You are listening to BL in the Air. My name is Chy,
And I'm Alex.
and today we are talking about Khemjira,
Yay!
which we are very excited to talk about. It is a newer show. It just finished airing in October of this year, 2025, and it's been one of the biggest BLs of the year. So, yeah, we're here to talk about it today.
It's been one of the biggest BLs ever, to be
Ever.
honest.
Yeah. No,
um,
the amount of like love and attention it received, I feel like people like did not expect.
hmm
And yeah, it's just very like homegrown. I feel like they just really deserved all the
hmm
love and stuff that they got. So,
Definitely
yeah.
agree.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that today, and we're also probably going to still be talking about it next week cuz
There's a
there's a
lot.
lot. There's so much that happens in the show, and several of the episodes are 2 hours long. So if this is part one, then next week will be part two. So
hmm
just heads up. But before we do that, Alex, what's in the air with you? What have you been watching?
So I binged over the weekend To My Shore. It's a Chinese BL.
Oh, okay. That sounds vaguely familiar from the Discord, but
Yeah.
I don't know anything else.
It's basically your typical one guy is ultra wealthy, but the other guy isn't poor. Um, he's like mid-level, I guess. He's like a director at like a company working with the rich guy's company. Because like the
Mm-hmm.
rich guy's like CEO or whatever of his company, president, something like that, right? And he's rich, wealthy family, whatever. And it is what got me interested in it is somebody I think on TikTok had said that the one of the leads was a blacker flag than Hua Young from ABO Desire,
Mm-hmm.
and that guy was crazy. So I was like,
Okay.
um, how do we get worse than that this year, right? I think they're about on par with each other. Is kind of where I'm at. Um,
Okay.
they're both insane. They're both black flags for sure. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the other guy, the director, whatever this the he not he's a beige flag. I would say he hasn't done anything wrong. He's just kind of like there.
Okay.
I
I
loved it though.
Yeah, want a show where they're both black flags.
Yes,
Like
we haven't
so
had that
bad.
in a while.
I know, I can't really think of any like good examples that we've had of that, and I would love it.
Yeah,
like a freak for freak. That's what they call it.
yeah. I feel like we get that more in like the Japanese BLs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Ty should give us one though.
I know.
'Cause I
Yeah, I would love it cuz I feel like when one's a green flag and one's like a black flag, I just kind of feel bad for the one person. But but if
yeah,
they're like I feel like I've read a lot of like webtoons or manga where they're both kind of fucked up people and then it like cancels out. It's like, "Oh yeah, you guys deserve each other. Like this
right?
is
Yeah.
I can root for this cuz you guys like both
You
suck and you should suck together."
yeah. I it's definitely more fun that way because then you're not having to like think about your morals. Like that's when you can like throw the morals out the window and be like, nobody's good. It's fine. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, if you do questionable things, the other person does questionable things. Maybe they don't cancel out, but like I don't care
Mhm.
anymore. I can
Yeah.
suspend my caring.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Well, are you liking the show?
I mean, I loved it so much I binged it. So,
Okay.
I definitely had other things I was supposed to be doing besides watching BL.
Mhm.
And I was like, whatever, I'll find time to do them at some other point, which meant I didn't sleep much this week trying to play catch up, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I did bake two different batches of cookies in between.
Oh, what
At one point,
kind?
they're both German cookies.
Mhm.
Um, one is called a Nougat Toff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically so you have to pipe like they're chocolate cookies more or less, but they're like
Mm.
really small. They're like the size of maybe a nickel. And then I have to still finish them, but you make like Nutella sandwiches out of them, like cookie sandwiches.
Hmm.
And the other one, I don't know what the name is, but it's like a meringue with almonds and chocolate sprinkles in it, and it's on like a little wafer.
Oh,
So
that sounds really fancy.
it's honestly super easy to make, but
Mm.
The hard part's always the meringue because I
Yeah.
made 2 different meringue cookies this year, so I'm up to 4 batches of cookies. So
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
well, send some to me.
Oh, I can maybe. I just have to.
I
They're all,
think I don't know if they'd really survive.
you have to pack them very carefully because my mom was able to ship like to Germany cookies before, but
Oh, damn.
yeah, but like it sucks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You don't
Yeah,
have to do that.
it's fine. Come visit me. You can have all the
Yeah.
cookies you want. So, but what about you? What's in the air?
Okay, a couple things.
Hmm.
I watched the first episode for Burnout Syndrome
How was it?
and crazy. It's like it's so weird and I loved it.
Hmm.
Um for those who don't know, Burnout Syndrome is the new off gun show and
Yeah, it is.
yeah, so Gun's character is like an artist
Hmm.
and he's pretty burnt out cuz a lot of different things. Like he's just really like struggling to find work and people to respect him. And also, and when you're an artist, you can't just like freely use your artistic expression. It's always just whoever has the money and who's paying you. Like you have to do it their way.
Hmm.
And then they also like want him to use like AI and stuff. And like he's an artist, he doesn't want to do that. And so
Yeah.
he's kind of having a mental crisis about it and there's like a couple things that happen. Like he ends up going to this one bar that like seats you with people, and so he meets Dew's character. I
Uh-huh.
shouldn't say it's an off gun show. It could be off gun Dew. There's three guys here, so
Hmm.
um, but he meets Dew's character, and they have some like really intense chemistry off the bat, and then like later on he'll meet Off's character who is just a freak. He's just weird. Like I don't know yet what the fuck he wants or
Okay.
what he's doing, but they also somehow Off ends up hiring Gun's character because Gun really needs money and work and stuff. So that's kind of the players.
I'm
Beyond
so
that, I
excited.
don't know. Yeah, I loved it. The only reason why I haven't watched more because I think there's 4 episodes out now.
Oh, really?
It's because
God, I'm behind.
yeah, I know. I think 3 are out, but yeah, I had to come record this, otherwise I would still be watching. So
My
I really
bad.
liked it. No, it's like, well, I was like, oh, I have an hour till we record. Like, let me just
Mm.
start this, and then it was like, yeah, it. I love shows that are like intense and weird and kind of like a little rougher, like a little grittier. That's what I'm getting so far. It's definitely like a more mature show from that than GMM typically does, which I'm excited about because I like when they do shows that aren't just like rom-coms and stuff and this one seems very interesting.
Yeah, after
So,
watching Not Me, I definitely wanted something grittier from Off Gun because
oh
you
yeah.
can they do it. They can,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what everyone wanted. They were like, "Come on." And honestly, like Gunn is such a good actor.
Hmm.
Um and I say that specifically because he's like the main character who was in like he was like the one in the episode 100% of the episode. Obviously the other actors are good too, but
Hmm.
just like yeah, he's just such a good actor. Um and Emmy is there and she's hot as hell. And Thor is there and he's wearing eyeliner and he and his
Oh
tattoos,
no,
he's hot as hell too. Yeah.
I am
Oh
weak
my
for some
god.
guy liner.
Me too. He showed up, I was like like, is that he's a bartender? Oh, so hot. They're all of the characters are just like hot as hell.
Well, now I know
And
what
I
I'm doing before bed tonight.
yeah. There's a lot of like weird horny tension so far. It's good. I don't know
Yeah.
where it's going to go, but I'm enjoying. So,
Yeah, the trailer when they announced the show last year
mhm.
was already kind of crazy because I remember at one point it was like Off's character was like getting out of like the bathtub, like completely naked, and Gunn's just like staring at him in awe.
Yeah, so
And I was
that's
like,
in the first episode.
oh boy, okay, wasting no time.
Nope. Yeah. So yeah, this is. I'm very excited to watch more, and
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I've been watching, reading a couple different things, but nothing that exciting otherwise. This is the one I'm the most excited about.
Yeah. Well, now I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we shall see.
Hmm.
But anyway, shall we talk about Khemjira?
Yes. So I haven't shut up about the show, I think, since I started watching it in like mid October. Like I caught
Mhm.
it when there was like maybe 3 or 4 episodes left to air. Um, and it consumed my entire personality. I will say Kang is on my brain all day long now. It's a
Oh
problem.
my god. Kang is, yeah, so gorgeous.
He is. So the
Yeah.
whole reason I started watching the show was I was scrolling TikTok and I didn't know who the hell Kang was. Honestly, like I don't know how I missed him at Domundi, and like I knew Namping, so I don't know what was happening there. Um, but I see this TikTok of this guy on like a parade float, and he like clocks the camera and like takes his sunglasses off in such a way, and I was like, I'm done. Who is that? And I was like, oh, that's Kang from Khemjira, and I was like, uh-oh, immediately go watch,
Mhm.
which is really
Yeah,
funny.
Kang is probably one of the most attractive men I've ever seen, like, in my entire life. So,
Yes.
yeah, that, first of all, that is a good way to get us to start watching a show we've never heard of before.
Yeah. So like I'd heard of the show, I just didn't know who was in it.
Yeah, I heard, so I kept getting it recommended to me on my Aichi homepage. Like,
Mhm.
it kept popping up, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I started hearing more and more people talk about it.
Mhm.
But I also, I didn't know any of the actors really.
I
Most
knew
of them before
the
going
first
in.
one. I think is the only one I knew because he's just so funny.
Mhm.
Um he has his own language.
Okay.
It sounds like English, but it's not. It's really funny cuz he
What
can
does that
speak
mean?
he can speak English, but after a while it just turns into gibberish and he just keeps talking like exactly what he knows he's saying.
Like
Um
Simlish.
yes, but it's like somehow like full English acts. But also like he's got so many TikToks of him speaking in first one ish, where it's like it's supposed to be English because it'll be like a viral like trendy like TikTok sound, and he'll just instead of using the sound he'll make it himself, but like
Mhm.
not really.
Okay.
So that was my introduction to him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Was
not familiar with him.
yeah.
I only knew Net is slightly in the show for some reason. I still don't know why, but I
We
think they
needed
just
somebody to
wanted to
drive
put
a
him in
car.
there. Yeah. Yeah, they were like, okay, we need a whole new character to drive this car in the
Yeah.
last episode.
It was a nice surprise to see him. I like Net.
Yeah,
So
I do too. And he does look like Kang. And so at first, like, they have like a similar vibe. And
mhm.
then they're like, oh, they're brothers. And I was like, oh,
They're not brothers.
family resemblance, but then they're not brothers. That's like,
Oh,
it's translated to brothers, but they're
oh,
like friends, you
yeah,
know?
they're just friends. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, they're brothers. I could see that. And
Mhm.
then they weren't brothers, but they're just both very attractive, gorgeous men. So
Mhm.
I was like, ah, could be related. But
Yeah.
anyway.
So Kimjira aired from August 9th to October 25th of this year. Um and then just in time for Halloween. It was kind of fun.
Mhm.
Um
Yeah.
and the summary I stole from my drama list today. Is basically that Kimjira is born into a cursed family. Supposedly, a daughter born in this family would be safe, but a son would die before he reaches the age of 21. So Kem's mom gives him a girl's name, which is Khemjira. He goes by Kem most of the time though, and
Mhm.
apparently Khemjira means forever safe. Um, however, the name doesn't fool the curse. Um,
No.
Um, so basically anything they've done to like protect him is ineffective at this point, and so like the show starts 6 months out from his 21st birthday, and like the clock is ticking. And so he's looking for kind of any way to save himself, and like his last resort at this point seems to be a shaman from like a different province. Um, and
Yeah.
that's it's a very surface level. There's so many timelines in this show.
Yeah.
I
Even
was
then, there's a lot of it where I'm like, I don't really understand. And I think the answer is that there's no explanation. You just have to go with it.
yeah, some of
Like
it there's no
with the curse.
explanation. Yeah, because I tried digging after you started asking questions. Um,
Yeah. We'll I guess get into that, but
yeah.
yeah.
Um, but some of our cast, we have Paran, which is also Peem. He also goes by Watt at some point. It's played by Kang. He also has another name that I don't remember. Um, and we
Mm.
have Khemjira, who's played by Namping. Sharon is played by Tun. Jet is played by First One. And then we have Rampung, played by Green. She killed it.
Oh
She did
yeah.
such a good job.
She was like my favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
All
I
of the women in this show are the most beautiful women I've seen in my entire life, and I need to know, Domundi, where are you keeping these women? I need to see them
I don't
more.
know. I don't know that any of them are really Domundi actors. Like Green isn't a Domundi actor.
No, I don't
Um,
think they really have women working for them. But wherever they're sourcing these women from, like, I want a whole show of that, please. Like, they're all so gorgeous.
yeah. So the actresses that played Jin and Da don't have companies on their MDL. Um, Prim also doesn't have a company on hers. So yeah, nobody had. I don't know where they're from. But I would love to see some GLs with them. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
'Cause my God, are they pretty? Um,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but Rampung had a or Green had a tough character to play, I would say, and she just knocked it out of the
Mm-hmm.
park for me.
Yep.
So, but to get started, because this is probably gonna, there's no way this isn't 2 episodes. This takes so long to get through. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher so many Thai locations in this because there's just I don't speak Thai. Sorry, guys. Um,
One day.
yeah, working on it. But so we start in Kanchanaburi in 2025, and we start with Khemjira walking down like this empty road in town. And he's already freaked out, which same. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
I'm down like an empty road in the dark, I'm like, this is how I die,
Yeah.
even without a curse. And he runs into like this uh creepy ghost dude that starts coming after him for no reason. Um, and like he does a terrible job of getting away, which is a theme. Kimjira, he, this kid doesn't do much of
He
anything.
yeah, he has no survival instinct. He's just, his role in the show is damsel.
It
Like,
really is.
he needs to be saved constantly. And it's like fine, but I'm like, come on, man, like learn some self-defense or something at some point.
Yeah, I'll say he doesn't have any power like the way some of the other characters do.
Mhm.
So that's he can see ghosts, but he can't do anything about it type of a situation. So
Yeah.
like, I'll let it slide a little bit. Um,
Yeah. I will say this jump scare like right away in the show is really good.
yeah.
Like
So
it's probably the only jump scare,
yes.
but it's really good.
Yeah. Cause like what happens is, um, the way he finds this ghost is there's like what looks like a homeless man like sleeping on the sidewalk or something, and like, he like kicks like a can or something in the road, and Kem is like, "Are you kidding?" and like goes to pick it up, and when he like stands up, the ghost is like right there with him, and like
Mhm.
terrifying looking, and it's like the homeless dude is actually the ghost or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so he takes off running, whatever. The ghost catches him because he can't run for shit, I guess. And the ghost has him like pinned to the wall by the neck, and so he's like actively dying, I get at this point. And we jump back to 2010, And we're in Ubon Ratchathani, which I'm just gonna say you are after this because we're gonna be back here a lot. We're gonna constantly. So we're here
Mm-hmm.
and we have Tiny Kem and his parents are going to see the shaman. And parents go inside and leave him in the car because that's a great idea. And so
Mm-hmm.
he gets out of the car because he is child and he sees like this ghost is like trying to come for this dog. And so he's like, I'm gonna go save the dog from the ghost, right? But of course, the ghost now has both of them on the ground. And so an older boy, who we don't really see who he is, uh, ends up saving him and the dog. And we kind of jump later to like back inside where the shaman is, and like Kem's mom is like super sick. Um, and she is like explaining Kem's life to him. Basically, it's like, oh yeah, I gave you a feminine name, hoping that would help against like this family curse where all the men have these violent deaths before they turn 21, which is like a hell of a thing to tell like an 8-year old.
Yeah.
Because 2025, he's 20, so 15 years he's 5.
He's 5, yeah. I
Jesus.
mean, gotta know. Gotta be
Yeah.
prepared, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also like you're gonna die when you turn 21. Good luck. Because
Yeah.
she's sick, so like her clock's ticking anyway. Um,
Yeah, and this curse, it just doesn't make any sense to me because it's like, it's a bloodline thing. But as we'll see, some
it's
of
not.
his previous lives, like, one of them is like a girl who we'll meet later, but she doesn't have any kids. So it's not like a bloodline thing. It's also a reincarnation thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is really confusing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, not really
I
sure how that works.
I feel like it has to be more of a reincarnation thing and not actually a bloodline thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the reincarnation just happens to happen in the same family tree. Maybe not a direct bloodline. Um,
Yeah. But it's enough where it's like it has to be bloodline so that like people
they
know
know.
about it
Yeah.
and they, because if it was just a reincarnation thing, like you wouldn't know about this. But if it's like passed down the family, but as we'll see, some of his previous lives he didn't have any kids,
Mm-hmm.
and also like didn't really seem to know about the curse.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the one thing that's like kind of really confusing. So if anyone has any more insight on that, let us
I
know. Otherwise, this is something where I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm just like not gonna think too hard about it. I'm just gonna accept it.
Yeah, so this is jumping way ahead to like episode like 10, 11, somewhere around there. But I think it is both technically because what it is when Rampoon says the curse right before she dies, she's cursing everyone who wronged her, right?
Mhm.
So it's not just um Khemjira in that timeline. It's Khemjira's mom in that timeline. It's the other wife in that timeline. It's basically everybody in that room at that time.
Yeah.
So because she gets her revenge on all of them, and so it just hyper focuses on Khemjira in the process. So
Yeah, I don't know if the rest of them like their souls died out or something, cuz I also don't really understand the gender thing either. Like why is it only boys
because her
that
son died
die?
because it was a boy. If it was a girl, they wouldn't have killed it
Okay.
because that was the whole
Okay, but
problem
then
with.
the girls are cursed to like be separated from their love, right? Like that's
Hmm.
the girl's curse.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess. I feel like
There's
that
like
is
it's still
hard
not
to
clear,
main
but
uh-huh.
yeah,
It's hard to maintain a bloodline curse if like
you kill off the
one,
bloodline.
yeah, if you kill off the bloodline constantly, like the girls can't get married and the boys die by the time they're 21. You got to have a baby like real young if you want to maintain this. So that's the other thing too, but whatever.
Yeah,
It's just something I'll just like accept and not think too hard about it. Otherwise, it starts to not really make sense.
yeah. I think it makes a little more sense the more I thought about it when I was rewatching it, but it's still not exactly clear.
Yeah.
Like I need a map of like Khemjira's family tree to understand.
Yeah.
Um,
I maybe just like moms and sons keep reincarnating
yeah.
down the line or something. I'm not really sure, but
'Cause the only other thing I could think is it seems everybody involved is spiritual enough to talk to like the shamans and stuff like that and the monks that maybe
mhm.
they get tipped off, right? That like, hey, this is a curse in your family, but something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know either.
I kind of want to read the book. It's translated, so
Hmm.
I might do
Okay.
that and see if it clears up things.
Yeah.
Because I know some
But
of the changes in the book, uh,
mhm.
like um, spoiler, but Haran and Kem don't have sex until after he graduates. They wait that long because there's an age gap. They don't address the age gap here. Because in the book, Paran is 32, I think. He's in his
Okay.
30s. So it's
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of tell like when they're kids and Kem is
yeah,
like
like he's
5
definitely
and Paran's like
at least a
like
preteen. Yeah.
yeah, like 12 or something. So
Yeah.
I kind of assumed there was an age gap, but
Yeah. I don't think I expected it to be that much of one just cuz Kang doesn't look that old. Um
no. No, they don't look like that. They look the same age in the show cuz the actors are
yeah,
most
they're pretty
likely
close.
similar age, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I I would put like Paran at like 28-ish, 27 somewhere around there. So like still an age gap but not as a decade plus.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So there's some things like that. That's part of why they like hold off on doing anything is to let Kim like exist.
Okay.
um
Interesting choice.
yeah. And so back to what's actually happening. Um
Mhm.
Mom tells Kim, "Hey, you're cursed." And they're at the shaman like to get help, right?
Mhm.
Um and so the shaman's like, "I'm going to take away your ability to see ghosts," which makes no sense to me. Like, okay, maybe let's not scare the tiny child, right? I get that.
Yeah.
But like, how's he gonna know when something's coming for him?
Yeah, it's like a danger sense. Like,
Yeah, right? Like teach him to ignore the ghosts that don't matter, but like also if I had a ghost that was out to get me, I would want to
mhm.
know about it. Like
Yeah.
if they appear, let me know so I can like leave, protect myself, do something, right?
Yeah, it seems kind of like a bad decision, but okay.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know if he was like maybe I'll do it temporarily so you can like have a childhood or something, right? I don't know.
Mhm.
And we will never know because Kem's like, actually, can we not do that? Because I would like to see Ghost Mom whenever she dies because she's dying soon. Just straight up. He's like, I want to see mom after she dies. So he gets to keep his ghost powers so he can see the ghost version of his mom.
Great. Okay.
Great. And instead, the shaman gives him this amulet on a necklace. So
Mhm.
cool. Don't know what that's going to do, but that's um should help. I will say one of the things I think is really cool about the show is any of the chanting you hear in the show is apparently true to Thai Buddhism.
Hmm.
So it is all accurate as like a respectful thing. Is kind of how I
Mhm.
saw people explain it of like instead of making up something, actually have it in within the religion that you're uh covering basically.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was like saying. I think I said on a previous episode when I was watching the show, like even though it's like obviously a fictional fantasy show, I feel like I'm like learning a good amount about Thai culture and like Buddhism and spirituality and stuff. So, yeah.
I, when I was doing show notes for this, I ended up texting my best friend who is Buddhist, trying to get her to explain things to me. But she is
Mhm.
Vietnamese and they do things differently from how the show is. Because she's like,
Mhm.
oh, that's interesting. That's not how we do it. And I'm like, okay. Also cool to learn from her and her like religion and everything, but not helpful in this moment.
Yeah.
I was like, didn't answer my question, but I learned something anyway. And I might have talked her into watching the show now. So,
Ooh, there. Good job.
right. You're welcome to Monday. I don't shut up about it. So,
Mhm.
um, so we have that flashback, and then we're back to present day 2025 where Khemjira is. And so he's holding on to this amulet that he's still wearing now, and he's saying some sort of incantation to get rid of the ghost. And it takes a bit, but it finally works. Ghost is gone, and then Kem ends up like calling his friend Jet when he gets back to his dorm, and Jet is back in the UR place, and he's like updating him on the ghost attack, and Jet's like, you know what? I'm gonna see if my master can help.
Mhm.
The
And
master,
that's like
it
Jet's hometown,
yeah,
so he's from there.
yeah, he's from there. His dad is some sort of politician.
Mhm.
But I don't think actually lives in the city because he's around in the scene and then at the very end, and that's it. Um,
Yeah, I think he's just like a college student, so like sometimes over the breaks he'll be back home, and then
yeah,
the rest of the
but
time he's in Bangkok for school.
yeah, but even like when he's home, like his dad doesn't live there anymore because he's a MP. I don't know Thai
Mm.
politics, but he's an MP, so I bet he's in Bangkok. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, so Jet is studying under the shaman in this town now. So that's the master he's referring to. Um, and Kem's like, yeah, cool. Thanks. Let me know if he can help, basically.
Mhm.
And then Kem goes to visit his mother's grave because she is very much dead. And his dad is now a monk. It's
Yeah, I
kind of a
forgot
plot
about this
twist.
by the end of the show.
Yeah, because you don't see him either. His dad cracks me up because like at this moment, like they're at mom's grave together. His mom never came back to see him as a ghost, so thanks mom.
Mhm.
And his dad's like, "Hey, you're turning 21 soon. Good luck."
Yeah.
Just straight up good luck.
Yeah.
That's all
I,
you got for me?
yeah. It's. I mean, he's a monk. He can't be attached to earthly beings anymore. I guess
I
it
guess
is
I
very. It is very much a culture shock for like me to see, but like, yeah, I guess
I mean,
that's probably what happens if you become a monk. You can't get attached to anything.
I also don't know what he could do, right? Like he doesn't have
Mhm.
any kind of power to help in this situation. And
Yeah.
he's also not part of the curse. So like,
Yeah. He does not give a shit.
no. So I mean he cares because he wants his son to live, but he like there's nothing he can do, so good luck's the best he's got. Um
Yeah. And meanwhile, in the background, Ghost Mom is like busting ass to like make sure he stays safe.
yeah. So that's what's been happening. Ghost Mom's lurking around Khemjira, just not showing herself because like all her energy is literally there to protect him.
Mhm.
So even when he's like at the grave, he's like, "You never came to visit me," and she's there. He just can't see her because she's hiding. Um,
Mhm.
but like, also you can see like there's just a shit ton of ghosts around there that it's got to be so off-putting to be able to see all of them. Like for Kim Jira, like going into
Mhm.
like a graveyard and there's just ghosts everywhere.
Yeah.
It would make me very sad.
Yeah.
Um, and then we learn that Jet can't see ghosts. So Jet again is Kem's best friend, played by first one. Um, so he can't see ghosts, but they're both back at Cam's like dorm. They're like walking in, and there's like this ghost like banging her head on the door, like in the apartment, like across from them.
Mhm.
I at this point I didn't know what kind of show we were getting into. Like I didn't know how scary this was gonna be, but that had me freaked out. Um,
Yeah.
and
This
then
first episode's definitely scarier than the rest.
yeah, like nothing else in the show scared me. Like it had me stressed,
Mhm.
but not scared. Um, so they get into the dorm and Jet is like, yeah, I had the shaman like read your birth chart. And the result was also basically just good luck.
Yeah. Sorry, kid.
Yeah. And the shaman was like, here's a talisman, whatever, but I'm not gonna mess with anyone else's karma. Like,
Mhm.
that's it. Um and like a little later, Kem's like coming back to his dorm again from something else, and he's like suspicious of the apartment where the ghost was like banging her head against the wall. And she's still standing there like staring at the door, and like the guy that lives in there, he like comes out of the apartment, And Kem goes over and like knocks on the door, and like this little kid opens the door, right? And this kid is freaked out, and like Kem like gets down and crouches with them and like gives them food, and you can see this kid is like shackled. So some crazy random shit here. And Kem calls the police and saves the kid, and the dad captive person like cap I don't remember the word.
Captor.
Yeah, captor. Um uh gets arrested, whatever. And so yay, save the kid. And like the ghost that was there was like the older sister basically. And
Hmm.
so Kem randomly saves a kid. So I also thought we were going to see more of that.
Yeah, that is the most Kem will do this entire show, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. He helps this one kid.
Yeah.
Which good for him for noticing
Hmm.
that. I'd have just been like, why is that ghost being weird? I'm going to go to my room now. Thank you. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have caught on. But we do see Kem regularly is getting harassed by whatever ghost is trying to kill him on his birthday. Like there's constant stuff happening. Like she throws a like toolbox over the railing and like a hammer, and Jet has to like pull him out of the way, and like he's in class at one point, and like all of his like classmates' faces like get distorted and starts saying like your time is coming type of bullshit. Like it's horrifying.
Terrifying. It's
Yeah.
very like Final Destination, a lot of it.
Yeah, so there's a lot constantly happening to Kevin. He's having to just like exist. And Jet is so protective of him.
Jet is like ride or die. Like he's like the best friend you could possibly have.
He really is. Like
Hmm.
definite best friend goals as far as like if I'm dying of a curse soon,
Yeah.
right?
He's who I would want on my side for sure.
Yeah. Um so so much is happening. The Jet's like we can't fucking do this anymore. Come stay at my place. So Kem's like fine. Because And thank God too, because so Cam's staying the night at Jet's place, and he starts sleepwalking, and he nearly jumps off the fucking balcony, like while he's in his
Hmm.
ghost dream, like doing something else, like he's walking to like a pier or something like that, and then like Jet wakes up because I think it was Kem's mom, like whispers
Hmm.
like in his dream of like go save Kem, please, like until he wakes up, and he finally wakes up and run and like sees that Kem's gone and like runs and has to find him and is like holy shit.
Close call.
Poor Kajet. He goes through so much this show.
He really does.
Uh, and so then they have a school break trip that's supposed to happen, and they're supposed to go like south to like the beach or whatever. And there's a big storm coming. I can't talk today apparently. Coming. So they that trip gets canceled, and Jet's like, actually, why don't we go up to my hometown and do like some volunteer work there instead? I can work it out. Well, no problem because it's like such short notice that going other places is a little more difficult. And also Kem can come then because Kem wasn't gonna go to the beach with them. He's like, I'm gonna vibe. But
Try
he's
to
like,
survive for a little bit.
yeah. So Jet's like, if we go there, Kem can go, secretly. Like, he's not announcing this to the classmates, but he's like, then I can get Kem to go, and we can go hang out with the shaman that's my master, and maybe figure some shit out, right?
Hmm.
And so that's what they do. This bus ride was also fucking terrifying. So they're on the bus,
Yeah.
heading to the village. For the most part, it's fine. And then at one point, like everybody's asleep besides Jet and Kem, and they're in the tunnel from 4 minutes.
Yes. I thought that too immediately.
I've seen that in like 3 or 4 different shows now, and I'm like, I this is forever the 4 minutes tunnel to me now.
It's the
Uh,
4 minute tunnel.
yep. And the bus gets attacked by like a ghost, by a lot of ghosts. I think it's like swarmed, right? And this is where we see Paran for the first time. And he saves them somehow. He gets rid of all the ghosts, but there's still like one male ghost that's like lurking around Kem, and he's definitely like a little old. Like he's not from this generation for sure. So there's that. And then they make it out of the tunnel and they end up making it to the village just in time to watch Paran do an exorcism.
Yep. What a welcome to the village. Like, welcome to your. Sorry you couldn't go to the beach. Welcome to our village. Here's an
Here's
exorcism happening right now.
right? Some crazy shit. I'd have been like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hop back on the bus. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Yeah. So after Pran's done with that, Kem and Jet walk over to go like say hi and introduce themselves, whatever. And there's so much tension immediately between Kem and Pran. Like they're just like staring at each other, and it's just the chemistry is just incredible. But
Mm-hmm.
Pran's kind of an asshole
Yeah.
because he's like,
He really is.
Are you done staring at my face? Like just shit like that." And I'm like, "Can you be a little nicer, please?"
Yeah, for real. He's
Like
so rude.
he is, but I love him. It's fine. He gets better. He's just
Mm-hmm.
grumpy. He gives off grumpy old man energy in the beginning.
He really does.
Um, so they that goes nowhere basically. But then Kem and Jet are instead of staying. I think all the classmates are staying in like random villagers' houses because they're not all together. Like
Yeah.
they're all in different houses. So
Yeah.
which I think is kind of cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
terrifies me, but it's definitely like a cultural thing, right? So it's cool. Um, but Kem and Jet go to Pran's place. Um, that's where they're gonna stay for the trip because it's where Jet would have stayed anyway. Um, and as they're walking up, Pran's being like an asshole again, but it's so funny because they walk up and he's walking down the steps and he's like, "You need to leave. Like, why are you here?" And they're like, this was the plan. Like,
Yeah.
we could go." But he's not actually talking to them. He's talking to the ghost that's behind them, which is the same one that was lurking behind Kem at the on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like a ton of other ghosts behind him too, right? And Pran ends up just sending them away of like, fuck off. But they leave pretty easy. Not a big deal. Um and Jet was like, "Was that the karmic energy?" And Pran's like, "No." But he's like, the ghost that is the karmic energy though is really powerful. So that's gonna be a problem. And Pran's like, "I'm still not gonna promise to save Kem."
Yeah,
Just straight
that's
up.
above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
Um but then that night, anyway, a bunch of the villagers also end up showing up to Pran's house, and they all like do some incantation or whatever, and to like create a protective bubble around like Pran's place, and
Mm-hmm.
you see like a female ghost shows up, and that's spoiler, that's Rampung. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's the karmic energy, and she has like a shit ton of ghosts with her, and they show up, and that is how episode 1 ends with the big old
Yeah.
oh shit moment.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, who did we agree to house?
Okay. This is also going to jump ahead a little bit, but I don't care. Kem coming to this village causes so many fucking problems for this village, and they're so chill about it.
They are like, yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of problems, and
Like it's
they don't
nonstop
blame
the
him.
entire time he's
So,
there. Yeah, I will say it's because they understand it because all of them have some sort of power, pretty much. Like everybody in the
mm-hmm.
village is kind of involved in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Not in his curse, but just like in like the shamanism and all of that. Is shamanism a word? Am I making up words now?
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
word.
Okay.
Don't
I haven't
worry.
slept much this week.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm struggling. But but yeah, by like the third or fourth incident, I was like, they are so chill. Like,
Yeah, it's also a cultural thing too, because
yeah.
definitely in the U.S. it's like you would be chased out of town with pitchforks and
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I definitely feel like people are super understanding and not
Hmm.
even like forgiving, like because
There's nothing to
they don't
forgive,
blame.
right?
Yeah, they don't
No.
blame him for any of this, and like
Yeah.
he can't help it, but
No.
he is like attracting all this like shit to happen.
Yeah. So it's every time something goes wrong, it's like, oh yeah, that's Rampung's doing.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. She a little troublemaker, that one. So yeah. Episode 2. I hate this episode. This episode is so cheeks. Like, the rest of the show is so good, and I don't know what happened, but we are gonna start looking at the one problem with the show, and that is the misogyny problem, which will come up a couple times, but this is by far the worst.
Hmm.
So we start, and we go back to 2010. It's a little flashback again, and Paran is tries to tell the shaman that he'll help Kem when the time comes, but the shaman, who is his grandfather, he is like, no, like, promise me, like, you're not going to, like, meddle in other people's, like, karmic energy.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, that's kind of a lesson to Pran to be like, you know, if this is a person's fate, you don't want to go in and like try to change it, basically. So back to present day, 2025. The villagers, their like bubble is still up and it's keeping out the horde of ghosts. And the main ghost tells Paran that, like, hey, I'm here for Khemjira, the guy in your house that you're protecting. Like, hand him over. I'm not going to bother anyone else. I literally only want that one kid. But everyone there, like, they stand to protect him. He's just like sleeping.
So much stuff
Yeah,
happens while he's asleep that everyone else has to deal with.
I know. Like, the whole village is there, like, holding up this bubble, protecting him. He's just like sleeping beauty. He needs his beauty sleeping. I understand that. So, um, but yeah, and then Paran basically just like burns all the ghosts alive. Like, he's like superpowers.
Yeah, he's got some power behind him that I don't entirely understand, but I think that's because it's like the part of Buddhism that I don't understand. Um
Mm.
like
Yeah, I also respect, like, if you have like, yeah, part of it's probably we just don't understand this, like, Buddhism wise. And then
mhm,
part of it too is I kind of like when magic systems are set up, or like fantasy elements are set up, where it's
mhm,
like, yeah, on one hand you can explain everything, or on the
mhm.
other hand you can explain nothing, and then the audience just like has this understanding of like, oh yeah, like things can just happen.
Yeah.
So I think they went that route a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Mhm. Well, yeah, because I never know what he can and can't do, and then all of a sudden he just starts chanting and doing shit, and stuff happens, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Okay. Yeah.
cool.
Why not
Yeah,
have
I'm here
that in
for it.
your back pocket? So yeah, there he is, kind of breaking his promise right away to, like, it's hard cuz it's like, at that point, what is meddling? Is it meddling if I hand him over? Is it meddling if I don't?
Mhm.
But that is kind of the first instance where he's, throwing Cam a bone and helping him out. So,
Mhm.
and so Paran and Kem, they both have like matching amulets from the Grandmaster, who's Paran's grandfather. And that's what like makes Kem realize, like, oh, like, I've been here before, like when I was younger that one time.
When I was
Um,
5.
yeah, when I was 5, and there was that dog that one time.
Which the dog is still there too.
Yes.
It took me a minute to. It took me, I think, the second watch through to realize it was the same dog.
Aw, yeah. Well, that's like a cute detail.
Mhm.
But the grandpa is dead. And Paran basically like replaces the cord on Kem's amulet, like on his necklace, because it's been used.
Yeah, it got damaged because when he got in the very first scene when he got attacked by that ghost, he like ripped it off of him at one point. So I think he just because it's like an actual like ropey type of cord, like a
Yeah,
hemp rope type of a thing. And so like I think he just like taped it back together like it was looking kind of janky.
yeah.
So he put it
Hey, as long
on
as
a new
it
one.
keeps
Yeah.
the ghosts away slightly.
Mhm.
So yeah, of course we have to have, met as children. It's an Asian drama. You always have to meet as children if you're gonna be in love later.
Yeah.
So then we'll meet another main character. His name's Sharn. So him and Kem meet. He's basically like awkward, nerdy, you
I love
know.
him.
Yeah, very like introverted, doesn't have like a lot of friends and stuff. He's very sweet and cute.
Hmm.
And some other guys like from their class, they show up and they make a comment about Kem like having a girl name and that he looks girly too or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Rude.
Yeah,
What decade
rude.
are we in? And come on.
Yeah, these guys suck.
Hmm.
Um but Sharn defends Kem, which is like, you know, good for him. And then Jet, of course, continues to be very overprotective of Kem as well, and uh, Kem forces Sharn and Jet to be friends. So
Whole scene was so funny. Like Sharn's there, like standing up for Kev, and Jet, like after like the other guys leave, Jet's like, "What are you doing to my friend? Like,
yeah,
let's go." Kim and Kim's like, "Hey, so this is my new friend Sharn. You two are gonna be friends now, okay? Thanks.
hmm
That's done."
yep, we got a friend group, yay!
Yay.
Yeah, I love these three are so cute as like
Hmm.
friends. I love them.
I love that they're immediately ride or die. Like Sharn's just like,
Yeah,
I will
he's
lay my life
in.
down for both of you now.
Yeah, it's like when you're like adopted into a friend group, and he's like, "Yep,
Yep.
in return, I'll do anything for you."
And my sword.
Yes. And so those like the bullies, those classmates, later on they are drinking with like one of the local villagers, and he treats his wife like shit.
We hate
Um,
him.
we hate him so much. And so like they all, kind of knock out from drinking, but one of them wakes up and like he sees the husband like beating his wife bad. Um
Fucking awful.
Yeah. And so the next day, like he's telling his other classmates at the table, and none of them believe him, which doesn't make any sense, especially because there are like girls at the table, and
Yeah.
he's like, I saw this guy beating his wife, and the girls are like, I don't think that you didn't see that. Like, no, no,
Yeah.
what girl's gonna say that? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're like everyone's like he's such a nice guy. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was nice to me, so I'm sure he doesn't beat his wife, whatever. And then of course Kem has to like mansplain domestic violence to them. He's like, actually, domestic violence is very serious. I'm like, okay. That I had to suspend a lot of disbelief for that scene, but yeah,
Yeah. We
it's
needed
okay.
plot.
That was if it was just that scene and nothing else happened this episode, I could just like ignore it, but
Yeah.
it will get worse. So just the two of them together kind of this part annoys me too. But
Yeah.
so Kem begs later on. Kem begs Pran to save him from the curse, because that's kind of the reason why he's there. Is this is his like last ditch effort. But Pran says he's like, listen, I made a promise to my grandpa that I'm not gonna meddle in your karma. So no, like I helped you out this one time, but like I'm not going to like be your bodyguard, essentially.
I think at that point I would leave. I'd be like, "Hey, I got to go find a different plan now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to
But
die
he's
if I
like,
stay here."
yeah. But it's kind of like, well, he helped him once, so maybe he'll do it again. Like,
Yeah.
I can't see Piran, even though he's kind of a dick, him handing over just like
Yeah.
an innocent kid to people who are just gonna kill him. So,
Yeah. And I think Kem's not taking no for an answer just yet anyway. He
no.
hasn't quite given up.
He's got some tricks up his sleeve, and those tricks are sweeping the house. But first, we're gonna go way back in time to 1939,
Okay.
where,
There's a
yes.
timeline issue here. And like I pulled out like my phone and translated this just because I didn't trust the subtitles. Because we're
Uh-huh.
1939 here, and then the next time
Mm-hmm.
we go back it's 1937, and it doesn't make sense
Oh.
with what happens here.
So they
Because
just did the wrong year or something.
yeah,
So this should have been 1937. The other one should have been
Something like that.
1939.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know what year this should have been, but 1939 doesn't make sense.
Okay. Well, we'll say it's 1930 something.
Yeah.
And we have Pawat or Wat, who is played by Kang. So
Yeah. So it's
he's Paran's past life.
mhm.
And we have Kemika, who is Kem's past life, but back he was a girl in this life.
Mhm.
So different actress.
She's
And
beautiful.
she's beautiful, and they look like I see the resemblance. I think they did
Mhm.
a good job, like having people resemble each other. So, but she is trying to save a cat from a tree, and like that's how the two of them meet, and it's kind of like you see they have this kind of like romantic
Mhm.
connection right away. So
Yeah, I think she's fun because she's literally in the tree.
yes, she literally this is like that is me whenever I see a cat as well. So
Mhm.
I get it. um. So yeah, okay, that's cute. Put a pin in that. They knew each other in a past life too, not just as
Mhm.
kids, but past life.
Hitting all the check marks.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 2025, and we're back to modern day, and the like abusive husband guy, he's walking around and he has this like black mist that's following him that I assume only people with the spirit sight can see. And Paran says that it's normal.
So
Okay.
so his explanation for that being normal is the forest that's around them has like a bunch of spirits and stuff in it, and so when they go in sometimes they walk through and get like attached by something.
Mhm.
So that's why it's quote unquote normal. Like it's not normal
Yeah.
for just anybody. It just if they happen to go in the woods and they step in the wrong thing. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything type of a
Mhm.
thing. But hmm.
Yeah.
I think I would still address it personally, but what do
Yeah.
I know?
So, yeah, I mean, Kem, Jet, and Sharn don't really. They're like, something's up. So they go to his house and they like snoop around and they see like his wife has a bunch of bruises. And so they meddle enough to get the wife in trouble with her drunk husband. Great job. Like, you're
Yeah.
really doing good work here.
Mhm. Which leads to all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Because, well, okay, the husband is just like he just sucks so bad, and there's like a spirit saying kill them.
Yeah,
So
he's like coming after her with like a broken bottle that he just like it's
yeah,
terrifying.
yeah, so he's
This
like
is the real horror of the show.
no, it is. So he's like literally trying to kill her then,
Mhm.
like with a weapon and stuff, just like you know.
Mhm.
And so the village leader and Sharn show up to like stop him because they went to go get help. um and he's like, hey, this dude is like possessed, he's trying to murder his wife,
Mhm.
we gotta stop them, we need an exorcism stat. But surprise, actually it wasn't the husband who's possessed, he was just like genuinely trying to kill his wife.
Yeah, he just
Good
sucks as
news, yeah. Good news. But it's actually the wife is possessed and now she's trying to murder everybody, which honestly, good for her. Like
yeah.
so I was like, okay, that first of all, that just doesn't make sense. But anyway, um, Kem and Jet, they get stopped by another ghost who's trying to kill them on the way to the like possession house. Like, there's like a lot of ghosts trying to kill a lot of
Yes.
people.
All the time.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because the people like in the house right now are all like tied up, like the husband and the village leader and like you
Sharn.
know, Charn's there too. They're all like they're tied up and she's like dousing them in gasoline. Um she's gonna burn it to the ground. So Piran basically has to choose, like, oh, who do I help? Like, this group with ghosts trying to kill them or this group with ghosts trying to kill them. And so Piran goes to the house and he lets Jet see ghosts for a little bit. So like he's like, Jet, you can like handle these by yourself as long as you can see the ghosts. So he like does that so uh he can get them out of trouble with the help of the two spirits that work for Piran. He has like these two little kids
There.
that work for him. They're so cute. So between Jet seeing ghosts and the little kids, they can get out of that situation.
Well, they have some
Um,
help.
yeah,
The
Man Ghost showed up to help too.
Yeah, the one that's been like lurking around Chem.
Hmm.
Apparently, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, apparently
Shocking.
he's kind of useful, so
Yeah.
that's good. And then, so Pran goes to the house and he does an exorcism, and like, okay, so now the wife is exorcised, and like suddenly like the husband's really like remorseful and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I'll quit drinking." Like, and they're like, "Okay, great."
Yeah.
And like Pran's like, "Oh, I know he's not going to change."
And they're just fine
Um
with that.
yeah, like I just really hate how this is handled, like
Yeah.
cuz the whole episode it is like it's just like very victim blamey, like it's viewing the woman as the bad person at the
Yeah,
end of the
because
day, and like it's she's not allowed to kill people, like that's terrible, awful, but the husband who was genuinely trying to kill her, he wasn't even possessed.
yeah, he just
He's
actually
okay.
sucks.
Yeah, like one was possessed trying to kill people, and that means the wife's a terrible person, but the husband who was not possessed trying to kill people, he can hang.
I'll say
Like he's chill.
I don't know that I got the impression that they thought she was a terrible person either, because it was like she was able to get possessed because she was so upset about how much her husband sucks. But my concern was that she took the husband back.
Yeah, well, I think that's what, like, they didn't think she was a terrible person, but they thought she was like a weak, stupid person. Like she allowed this to happen to herself, and it's like kind of she got what she deserved, which is very
Yeah.
victim blamey. Is kind of the vibes I got.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get it that strongly. So,
Mm.
Kem was very much like we're just going to let that happen. And that's where Prawn was like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they kind of do mention it after, like, what are you gonna do, basically, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Well,
know. It's just the whole subtext of it was just like
yeah. I mean,
weird and didn't make sense. Like,
the husband's like, yeah, I'm going to go off in the city to go pay off my debt. And so he just straight up leaves the wife.
yeah, it's very double standard where like he genuinely was just about to kill her
Yeah.
and no one even cares about that,
Yeah,
but
no, they don't.
she a ghost took advantage of her and that was an issue.
Yeah,
Like when she tried to kill people.
he gets to have a change of attitude because he nearly died because he sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So that was weird. I really don't like this episode. But
Hmm.
we we end with the ghost man. He visits like Cab while sleeping, but can't touch him. And then Ghost goes to Piran and calls him Wat,
Yep.
who
So,
is who we learned earlier, the guy from the 30s.
yep.
So
So, but yeah, so the ghost that was possessing the wife, by the way, is part of Kem's karmic energy. Like that's the ghost that's after Kem. So
yeah,
literally was gonna just kill a bunch of people for shits and giggles at this point.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of the ghost stuff in the show is revenge, specifically like
Hmm.
women's revenge.
Yes.
Um and I feel like just a lot of the times it's like treated very poorly. Like obviously revenge isn't good, but like I don't know, I feel like it's always just shut down. It's always treated as worse than what the men did to them to make them
Mhm.
get to that point. And that kind of bothers me
Yeah.
where it's like I know this man tried to kill you and drove you to this point, but you're actually a worse person because you tried to get revenge against him because of that. And we'll see this another time later on in the show when it comes to like postpartum depression, but
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be a kind of a reoccurring theme.
Mhm.
And the only thing, and I like, okay, morally, I guess they're technically right, but my favorite thing on this earth is women getting revenge and killing shitty men. And so you know what? I'm totally I give her a pass.
Yeah. I feel like we could have let her kill him and then s- save her from killing other people and then we move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he because I'll say I disagree that they treated her as a bad person for that because I didn't get that at all. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't think they let her stay in a city situation, and I think that's a problem. But like
I feel like
he,
just
I
like no
think got
one
a slap on
cared.
the yeah. That's I mean I definitely that's my problem is nobody cared, right?
Yeah.
And like he gets to have his redemption arc that
Mhm.
even Piran doesn't think is gonna stick, and they
Yeah.
just don't do anything about it. Like an entire
Yeah.
village of people just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like they weren't if he tried to kill her, no one was going to do anything, but because she tried to kill him, now they're going to jump in to stop it. Like
I mean, they showed up to stop him to begin with, but
but only the three kids did.
I don't know how aware everybody else was, right? Because it's the one kid that saw it happen to begin with. Nobody believed him, but he didn't go
Mhm.
to any of the villagers. He was talking with his classmates, right? And then
I
I
do
don't
think
think,
the village head knew about it cuz
well,
him and the guy were drinking together and they like definitely he seemed to know.
he, yeah, and I mean, that's why Sharn showed up there, right? Before he got caught, because he was trying to like signal things. So he was testing the waters because he got tipped off on it. Um, and that's where he stepped in, and that's why as soon as he knew that the guy was pissed off and going to his wife, that's why the head villager dude and Sharn went after him to stop him. So, like, I'm not trying to like completely justify it because I still think they suck here, but
Mhm.
I don't think it's an I'm out to get the women type of a situation. I think it's just a maybe defend the women from the shitty men.
Yeah. It's just very like I feel it's very bystander effect
For sure.
for a lot of it. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's interesting how that only happens to women.
Yeah. Because like the only one I can see not doing anything would be Pran because he just doesn't mess with other people's shit, right? Like that
Yeah.
is his defining personality trait at this point. So I'm like, I get
Mhm.
that, but I can't imagine other people can't tell because it's not that the husband even hid it either because he was when the
Mm.
kids were there eating and drinking with him in the day, he was an asshole to her completely to the point
Yeah,
where the kids
and
were looking at each other going like, what is this?
I'm sure anyone who saw her saw bruises and stuff. But again, it's like if that's happening with your neighbors, what do you do? Do you say anything about it? Like, you know,
I
how
think
do
in
you
a
even
I think in a
and so
village that's small, the dynamic is a little different than like me seeing my neighbor, right? Like if I see my neighbor
mhm.
beat his wife, I'm calling the cops, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would hope.
yeah.
But that's what I do think like cuz like the scene where the village head guy is drinking with the husband and they're talking about this stuff and the village head is like kind of being like, "Hey, you have an alcohol problem, right?" And then he's also like, "Hey, you don't really treat your wife that well, do you?" like he brings it up like he knows about it and he's
Yeah.
kind of trying to like soft parent in the situation. But yeah, it is like I mean, what do you do in that
So I think
scenario?
the
So,
reason he was trying to be soft though was because if he went hard, he was going to assume that she said something and he was going to take it out on her anyway. So he's trying to like
yeah.
figure everything out. It's not like he can just go in and be like stop beating your wife, you know?
Yeah.
Because that was just going to make things worse for her.
Yeah.
So but the thing would
Yeah.
be to call the cops from the city and arrest his ass, um, and not let him go into the city to go work off some debt randomly.
Yeah. Honestly, hope he goes to the city and never comes back. So,
Yeah, like if he just accidentally dies there, some sort of karmic energy, that'd be great. But
yeah.
we're never gonna get any closure. We don't know what happens. We never see him again.
Yeah, we'll never see them again. So,
Yeah,
hopefully they're okay.
him going off into
Or
the
hopefully
city.
she's okay and he's
Yeah,
having a terrible life.
for real. So we get to episode 3, and we immediately start in 1937, which is why this whole timeline thing is confusing. Because in 1939 is when Kamika and Watt meet for the first time, but in 1937 they're engaged. So make that
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah. I think they're
So
switched on accident.
yeah, and so in 1937 they're like a family dinner, and Kamika is super excited to be like, "Look, I'm engaged, right?" Um, And that's where we see the ghost man dude that's been lurking around Chem this entire time. And he's there, and he is Watt's brother. His name is Yod. I forget what his full name is, but that's his nickname is Yod. And he seems really unhappy at this news. Like he's not super excited for them at all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which I can guess what that means without even, you know.
Yep.
Um, so we see that, and then we time jump a little bit to 1941, and Chem and Watt are still engaged. And the wedding is definitely on pause now because Watt has to go be a military doctor for a while. Um, because I mean this is World War II time, but I don't know if this is World War II or something unrelated because we don't learn anything about Thailand in school, unfortunately. Um, but he has to go do that for a while, and he's like talking to Yod, and he's like, Yod has been friends with Pamika or Kemika, um, longer than Watt has, so like they're close, right? And so Watt's like, can you do me a favor and just, look after Kamika while I'm gone? She has a heart condition. So whatever. And Yod's like, obviously I will. Like, duh. So a year later, Watt is still gone, and Yod, for some fucking reason, thinks this is a great time to propose to Kamika. And she turns him down because she is very much in love with Watt.
Yeah. Maybe don't propose to your uh brother's fiance. She probably won't like that.
Right? And it's
Just
not even
rule of
though,
thumb.
yeah, Watt's not even dead, right? Like he's just
No.
in the military. Like
No,
there's a
yeah.
war.
I can imagine if he like died and this was years later or something,
Yeah,
but
then
no,
sure.
he's just
He
like, you
he's
know.
off to war. He's deployed.
Yeah.
Like are you kidding me?
I was so much secondhand embarrassment from this. I was cringing so bad. Like, man, don't do this. What are you
This is
thinking?
yeah. It that whole situation doesn't get any better from there. Um so 2025, so we jump back to present day, and that's where we learn that Khemjira is like Kemika reincarnated, and that Yod still loves him and hates Paran slash Watt.
Yeah.
Because Paran and Yod are like talking now. And Paran is like, Khemjira and Kamika, like, yes, it's a reincarnation thing, but they're not the same person. And Khemjira doesn't even know who the fuck Yod is, right? So like
Yeah.
your love doesn't exist here.
It's a completely
Uh,
different person.
right? And this is kind of the start of something. When I was watching this, I don't remember what show we were talking about because I don't think it was I think it was like a side topic in a episode we were recording where you mentioned you didn't like the reincarnated automatically means you're in love
Mm.
thing, right?
Mhm.
Reincarnated like soulmates type thing, and you were talking
Yeah.
about how you hate that.
Yeah.
And I was dying because that like right around that time is where in the show where Piranha's like, we're reincarnations, but that doesn't mean
Mhm.
anything here. And I was like, yes, this is
Yeah.
exactly what I was talking about. I wanted
Yeah,
to say
see,
something so bad.
I'm totally fine with this. Cause yeah, it
They
isn't
address it,
like
right?
they address it, and it's not just like an automatically like, oh, reincarnation.
Yeah,
Like,
we're destined to
let's
be.
let's skip all of the fun steps, all the chase that I
Yeah.
enjoy in a show. Now we're
No.
just together, soulmates. So yeah, I do like how they address this, but then they also still have like they don't immediately go from this to like lovers, you know.
Hmm. I thought it was really funny because it was literally like within
Mm.
the same week of you being like, I hate when they're automatically lovers after that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, do I have a show for you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good. I'm fine with this.
Hmm. So Pran and Yod are arguing, and Kem, this is a theme as well, gets caught trying to spy. This kid gets caught, I think, almost every single time he's trying to spy on Pran.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps trying.
Yeah, and so, but he gets caught by Pran, and he's like, "Who's that ghost?" And Pran's just like, "It's none of your business." And so it's like, if it's anybody's business, it's Khemjira's.
Yeah, I mean, he's following me around. Like, if
Yeah,
anyone should know, it should be me.
right. Um. So, but Pran sends him back off to bed and is like, "Go away." And so Pran's
Mhm.
back in his like little like prayer room or whatever, and Ghost Mom, so Khemjira's mom, shows up in front of him, so won't see Khemjira, but it will see everybody else.
Yeah.
And and she's talking, and she's been protecting Kem this entire time, but her spirit is starting to deteriorate, and if it deteriorates too much, she won't be able to like reincarnate eventually. So
Mhm.
Pran's like, you can rest. While he's here, he's safe. So
Mm.
there's at least that.
Yeah.
So she gets some time to like chill because she needs it.
Yeah.
And then we get the funniest fucking scene. Says he's doing like a protective ritual for the village, Pran is, and he's wearing sunglasses. And Kem is like, why is he wearing sunglasses right now? Like, this is kind of disrespectful for what he's doing. Jet's
uh.
like, do you see these girls over there that are like ogling him? He's too fucking pretty, so he has to wear sunglasses. So they leave him alone. And I was like, okay, I can't say shit about that because that's literally why I started watching the show.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like if he makes eye contact with the like the girls over there, with any of the old ladies or any of the guys too, like no one's gonna be paying actual attention. They're
Yep.
just gonna be distracted by his beauty.
Which is so real.
And it's such a funny little detail to add.
I laughed so hard over this just because of how I started watching the show. I was like,
Yep.
I didn't need to be called out.
Yeah.
Why am I being called?
You're like actually it does check out. That is what
Yeah,
happened to
a
me.
100%. I'm like, this is real. So, we can never interview Kang because I
No.
will not be able to. Um, I'm gonna be like, okay, so the camera's gonna be on, but I'm just gonna block out half my screen so I can't look at.
Yeah. I'd be yeah, forget my thoughts.
Yep. And so they do that. Um, and then later on, the village like leader, whatever, his name is Uncle Chai. I just didn't figure that out until the end of the show. But it's Uncle Chai, and he's taking a bunch of the kids from school over to go swim in like this lake, and like they're having to do like I think like a prayer offering thing beforehand, and whatever. And so the like degenerate boys, like the ones that have been causing whatever problems, are like not into this, and they're like, this is all like dumb bullshit to do this rituals and stuff, and we're not into this whatever, and they're like offensive about it,
Mhm.
and that upsets Cam, Jet, and Charn, so they like start arguing back and forth, and Jet's like the loudest of them, which is just who he is. He's so like, I'm gonna stand up for all my friends all the time, and like it's also his hometown, right? And so like this is like the people he that raised him. Um, and he's I think a little sensitive to the area anyway. And so
Mhm.
he's like arguing the most with them, and so one of them goes to like punch him, and then Charn like takes the punch for him. And so the guys get like sent off like by Uncle Chai to like go somewhere else. He's like, we're not doing this shit. You can go get lost.
Mhm.
And so the rest of them, they're in the river later, splashing around, whatever. And Jet goes over to Charn to like thank him, like for it. And Charn's like playing it up so much because it's like Jet will be like, "Thank you," and Sharon's like, "I didn't hear you. What?" And
Mm.
Jet will be like, "I said thank you," and Sharon's like, I still didn't hear you. What?" And so like Jet like finally like screams it, but then also kicks him into the water. And he loses his glasses, and then he's like in a like a white shirt, so now it's like like tight against like his abs, and so it turns out Charna's really hot. um
It's so funny because he's so clearly hot before this,
yeah, he
but
is.
it's like the scene where like the nerdy girl takes off her glasses, then it's like, oh my god, she's hot. Like it's exactly that. Like
It's
he was so hot before, but he was like nerdy, so like
yeah,
they
it's a
didn't
different
notice.
type of hot, but it was just so funny.
Hmm.
It was definitely one of those of like, damn, I didn't know that was what was under that shirt there, Tun. Like, working hard, I see.
Yeah, he's like just like yeah now dripping wet, like very model,
Yeah,
except his glasses.
yeah. And so yeah, glasses are gone in the water. Jet actually finds them for him, I think. Um, and we see like elsewhere in nearby, like one of the force spirits gets possessed by the evil ghost, whatever, Rampung. Um, so that's gonna
Hmm.
be a problem in a minute. And then for some reason, like the degenerate boys are camping and drinking in the woods with like one of the girls who's dating one of them, and like she's chill, so I don't know what she's doing with this guy.
I
Um,
know, and she's gorgeous, of
right?
course. So I don't know either.
Yeah. So Rampung is like watching them, right? And the boys go off to go like pee or something, and
And they're also
they
like littering, like they're just taking their beer
yeah.
cans and chucking them, like very disrespectful in
Hmm.
the forest that
Yeah.
they're in.
They suck. Just in
Yeah.
completely they suck.
Hmm.
Um and so the guys end up going missing, and one of the girls, or I think she was the only girl that was there. I think it was her and like
Hmm.
just a group of the guys. She ends up making it back to the village, and she's like terrified. Like,
Hmm.
and she's like, she can get out basically that like the guys are missing, and we have a problem.
Yeah, my boyfriend and his friends, they went to go do a group piss and they never came back.
Yeah. Um and then like immediately like after that it's like she's like comatose basically. And it's
Hmm.
her vital force has like left her body. Um so now they have to go find the guys and like deal with that. So like the village women are the ones that are going to work on like the vital force led by Grandma C, who I adore. She is
Yes,
amazing.
she's wonderful.
The village grandmother. She's everybody's grandma. She's
Hmm.
fantastic human. Um so they're gonna do that because like Grandma C definitely has a lot of like this magical power to her and stuff. So this is kind of her forte. And the men are gonna go off into the woods to go find the guys, and it's so funny how specific they have to be, because it's like men born on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday only,
Hmm.
and like there's a logic to it. They explain. I don't remember what it was, but it's like there's a purpose to it. Um, and like Pran is the one like coordinating a little bit of like, you guys do this, you do this, whatever. And he's like, Kem, you stay here. You do nothing.
Hmm. Yeah, you
Kem's
don't
just
need to
like,
get involved with this.
yeah, which honestly, accurate. But
Because then we're gonna
also,
have a second or a third problem, and it's going to be Kem needing to be saved from more ghosts. So.
yes. Um, and so part of the problem though is the men have until noon. So like it's in the middle of the night now, but they have until noon to find the like three guys. Or the guys are gonna be dead. How we know that, I don't know, but that's the timeline.
Yeah.
Um, so Grandma C and
Good
the rest,
riddance.
they do the ritual to return the vital force to this girl, and it is a success. So one problem solved pretty quick. Honestly, seemed pretty easy.
Hmm.
Um, and Pran like astral projects his spirit into this random cave, which is where we meet the Lord of the Mountains, and he's like a serpent creature. Like so he shows up as a serpent first, and then he turns like into a more human looking figure. And you can tell how stressed Pran is, because it's like, okay, this is a god. Maybe like he could really fuck my shit right now. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna be the most respectful I can be. But that is where the episode ends.
Yeah. All right, Mountain Man.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
He's fun.
he's in this episode, and then we don't see him. Like, I thought he would be gone, but then he comes back later.
Yeah.
So I was
I
like, oh,
think he's one of the directors, is what that. Hold on, let me. Yeah, he's also one of the directors of the show.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love a little
So,
director cameo.
hmm
All right, well, episode 4, Kem has a dream, and it's like really glitchy on a dock, and then it changes to the house that Chemica lived in, and like now for the first time, like he's aware of her existence, and he's kind of
hmm
reliving some of like her memories, and it's because Yad is there.
yeah, he's messing with him.
Mm-hmm. He's, yeah, still not over her, so Kem's kind of becoming aware of Chemica.
I love that he's against sleeping while everybody's doing shit.
Yeah, he's always on his little side task, and it's usually just sleeping.
Same.
Yeah. And so Paran asks the god, he is just like, please spare the guys, like, you know,
hmm
they're stupid, but like, give them another chance. Um, and the god guy is like, oh, okay, like I'll let them go, but oh, they have to enter monkhood for 6 years, and they have to just like
Repent.
deny all pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy punishment. Like valid because they suck and they need to grow up, but also like
Hmm.
crazy punishment.
That's a pretty tough punishment for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
6
think
years is
they
a
have it
long
in
time.
them. No, they're not gonna be able to do it.
You don't think so? I mean, we
No,
we we don't know. We never find out, but
I feel like they're just gonna be like, no, that's stupid, and then they're gonna like
I
litter
mean, they leave
again, and
as
then they're gonna
monks.
be like smited.
Yeah, they leave as monks, so they make it that
Oh,
far.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, when
that's good.
did you not catch it when all the classmates leave on the bus? They're there already and they're bald like shaved in the monk
Oh,
like robes thing.
I must have missed it.
It was very brief. There's a lot
Okay.
going on.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
do
Well,
enter monkhood, but whether or not they
mhm.
last for 6 years, we don't know. I assume so.
Yeah. And then Kem is doing his little sleeping thing, except now he's sleepwalking again, and he's into the forest, and he gets taken. So now we do still have a third problem.
Yeah, because Kim has to be a problem.
Yeah. Even while he's sleeping, he can become a problem.
Arguably a bigger problem when he's asleep than when he's awake.
Yeah, he really is. So the Lord of the Mountain, he tells Paran, he is like, listen, I helped your 3 boys, but there is one more who entered the forest, and I can't help him.
Yeah,
And which is Kem.
yeah,
And Kem, he's still seeing like the dreams and stuff, so he's
mm,
seeing Kemika's house. He is now seeing the photo of Watt and Kemika, um, and gets the flashback to Kemika. She gets a letter in the mail notifying her that Watt has been killed, which is very sad. And so, yeah, so he's learned a good amount about this past life, and also Paran's past life slightly. And so Yad shows up in front of Kem, and they're like, uh, I think they're still in. Are they
yeah.
still in the flashback? I think.
So it's present day, but they're in the house, right?
Okay.
So it's in the same spot where Yod proposed to Kamika.
Mm, okay. Right. Okay. Um, he's just like, why don't he's like mad that Kem doesn't love him still. Like he's like super, and he gets rejected again, of course, but he's super pissed about it. It's like this guy literally doesn't even know you. Also, he never loved you, so
Yeah, it's been platonic this entire time. Get a hint.
yeah. And so he's being attacked by Yad, and finally Kem's mom shows up to like for the first time to like, see him, and like rescues him and has him hide in this cabinet, and they have a very tearful reunion.
Mm-hmm.
but they're not very sly about it because they eventually like get caught by Yod.
Yod is like barely a step out of the room when they're like, "Oh, he's gone. We can come out of the closet,"
I
right?
know. I was like, wait, like a couple minutes at least.
Yeah. I mean, it technically it wouldn't have helped them any because like the like universe thing that he had like built that they're in, right? Because
Mhm.
it's in like this realm that he created. So like he knows what's going on in there. So
Mhm.
he would have found them, but like still. It was just like
Yeah.
you logically you should have waited like for him to be gone like a couple more seconds maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I also thought it was real. I was like, you guys are celebrating really early.
Mhm.
But luckily Piran shows up and he so he only has an hour basically to like save Kem. And then he's like instructed Jet to like call his spirit back in an hour, so that ends up happening. But at least now he knows like where the area where Kem is, like in the forest. And so he brings what does he do?
So
He brings yeah.
so in the realm he pulls Yod out of it and he
Mhm.
captures him and puts him in the jar. He has no idea where Kem is. Kem's just in the woods
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
That's where
But he grabbed Yod with him.
yeah, so Kem's at least safe-ish for
Mhm.
now. I mean, he's missing in the woods, which means like if Rampone wasn't busy fucking other shit up, she could have
Now is her
probably
time.
yeah. So
Yeah, but luckily, Sharn has like this sense where he can sense like where people are, and so he is able to find Kem in the woods, and he's like knocked out against a tree, and Piran carries him home and to bed.
I love that Sharn has like Kem spidey senses.
I know. I think yeah, Sharn is really good. He's like the best one comparatively at
Mhm.
like spiritual stuff.
He's like the most skeptical too, like the entire time.
Hmm.
He also he's like not into any of this stuff. So like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on ever. Like this
No.
isn't like what he grew up with at all. So like having like possessions and whatever, he's all like the fuck is happening the entire time. He's like I'm here for it, I guess. Like I'll help where I can, but like what?
Yeah, and out of the three, he would totally make the best shaman, though, which is
Mhm.
like what's funny. And so Kem is still like dreaming about the past and all that, and we also find out then that Watt actually wasn't dead. Instead, Yod faked the letter saying that he was dead, um, to give to Kemika, which is super fucked up, especially because now Kemika's dead.
Yeah.
I think, did she kill herself?
Heart
Or
failure.
does she have the? It was heart failure.
It was
Okay,
heart failure
probably
from
caused
yes.
by that.
Yeah, she collapses from the news and dies.
Yeah, great job, Yod. Like,
Right? Are you kidding?
yeah, it's overall so heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Kem wakes up and he like now he knows about all of this, and um he calls Paran Wat and like hugs him and like apologizes, and Paran then kind of has to be like, "Whoa," like he like hugs him, but he's like, "Hey, just remember, like, you're not Chemica, I'm not Watt. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
understand. Like, you might be a little confused, have some confused feelings right now, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know you. You don't know me, basically."
Yeah. I respect that he's like let the tears fall, but like we
Hmm.
are different people.
Yeah, and at least he does like, cause Kem asks him to stay and hold his hand till he falls back asleep, and Prawn's like, "Ugh," but he does do it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's understandable. Like sometimes like you ever have a dream that's so like realistic, and then you like wake up and you still have like those feelings for the dream. Like I can imagine
Yes.
that, but like 10 times stronger, considering this was like literally your past life.
Yeah. I always have it for people that don't exist. So like I'm mourning like
Oh.
something or like it's somebody I've never met, like a celebrity or something like that, right?
Mhm.
So then it's like, okay, it's already tough then, but if it's somebody that I'm like now I'm sitting next to on the bed, like
Mhm.
it's a much harder thing to process.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll sometimes have dreams. It's always like random people from high school I never talked to, didn't care about, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm in love with them now for like a minute, and then it
Yeah.
goes, and then I'm like, but it's just like you have those like feelings in your dream, or like the other way around where it's like you know a nightmare and you're like terrified and you wake up and you're like, oh, it was only a dream, but then now I'm like still like terrified.
Yeah.
So.
If I dream, my dreams are generally very vivid. So like
Mhm.
every time I have to just sit there and process and be like, okay,
Yeah.
what is this is real? What is like where am I? Like I have to do like a check.
Yeah, I used to write down my dreams in like a journal every night, but then when you do that, your dreams get more vivid. And so I
Hmm.
had to stop because it was getting like too confusing. So,
Yeah, I had a reoccurring location in my dreams for a really long time.
mhm.
Um, and it was one of those like it would evolve over the time. Like it started as like a fair in the woods, and then it became
Mhm.
a more permanent like amusement park. Like they went from being like a
Mm.
right, and so it would like evolve and it grew, and then like the city around it grew, and like it was crazy because like I would remember it from dream to dream. Like I wouldn't remember that I was in a dream, but I'd be like, oh yeah, last time I was here, this is what it was. Right? It was
Mhm.
the craziest thing, and then I hadn't visited it for like I don't know, like a decade. And it was one of those like I think about it often because I was like it felt like coming home to me, right? And so like I would think about it and be like I haven't been there. I'm like I wonder how it changed and I
Mhm.
like I wonder, like what's going on there and like why haven't I visited in so long because like it was such a regular thing for me. And then like 2 months ago I finally had a dream about it again.
Yeah.
I woke up crying.
Really.
Yeah, because I was like I went back. Like
Aw.
that took me a while. Like I don't think I've ever been impacted by a location that way, where it took me like
Hmm.
a while to like process that like this is in your head, Alex. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've had this like reoccurring fish dream. I used to have it all the time, and it would be different every time, but like the
Mhm.
same thing would happen where like it's like a stress dream basically where I'll realize I have all these fish that I like that are my pets that I've forgotten to feed for the
Oh
last like couple
no.
years.
Oh
But some they're
no.
still alive, but like starving. But then yeah, it would be like I'm at a water park and I open the closet and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to feed these fish here. And I stopped having it for a while because I think like because I had fish, but then they died, and so
Mhm.
then it slowed down. But like yeah, just like a couple weeks ago, I had another installment,
Oh.
and this one was like it wasn't I forgot to feed them. It was that no, I did forget to feed them, but also all the water like drained out, and then they were just
Oh.
flopping around. Yeah, so that's my reoccurring dream.
That's interesting that
Not
we both
fun though.
recently had reoccurring things come back.
Yeah, well, something's in the air.
Yeah. It's that Aquarius energy we give off.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Sure there's something to that somewhere.
Probably. I need to know about the Aquarius fish dreams. Okay, so those three guys are like still missing, I
Mhm.
guess. But they've been released from the forest from the god, so Sharn then uses his the same sense and um basically to like find the three missing guys and then he's like, "Oh, there they are, but they're not in good shape." So,
Yeah, they're rough. Like,
yeah, they've been beat up.
yeah, they're bleeding, there's scratches. Like it's not a good sight.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I guess that would cause someone to become a monk, so
mhm.
I believe it. And Prawn, he doesn't give a shit about the three guys. He's like, I did my part, whatever. So he just stays the night with Chem.
Yeah. I mean, we start to see there's something going on between Kem and Fran, right? Because
Hmm.
when they went in to the woods to go find Kem, Jet was like trying to like pick up Kem, and Fran was like, I got it. You step back. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay. And Jet's just like, because Jet is like sensing something that nobody else is at this point.
Mm.
So, but yeah, he stayed the whole night where they just held fingers.
Yeah, held fingers. And then the ghost who the girls who's after Kem tries to possess the Lord of the Mountain. Like they have a little showdown because they're old.
Yeah. And nothing really happens from that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really remember much more about that,
Yeah,
but
it's just she's there, so he's aware of her. I will
mm-hmm.
say at one point, so he's got like scales on his face or whatever, and like after she leaves, like one of the like scales falls off after that like doesn't work. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have a problem with him. Like, is he gonna get sick and die? Like, what? Nothing ever happens with that. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they Piran and Kem the next day they have Yod in the jar, so they let him out.
Okay.
And
We
get
need
more
backstory.
backstory. Yeah, we have to see how this ends. And basically after Kemika dies, then it is uh old Piran Watt or whatever. Uh kills
No,
himself. No,
Yod kills
Yod
himself.
kills himself.
Yeah,
Okay. I feel like someone kills himself. I don't remember who.
yeah. What disowns Yod, basically, or
Yes.
yeah, and it's the weirdest disowning too. He's like, you can have the family name and the fortune and everything. I no longer have a brother. Like he just like fuck it all, and just walks
Yeah.
off.
I also was like, okay, take the family fortune. Like what?
Yeah.
But okay. But
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter anyway, I guess, because Yacht dies. So,
Mm-hmm.
but before he moved on, like he runs into Kemika's soul, and then he notices that there is this like evil spirit bound to her. And so Yad too binds himself to her to like to protect her and stuff. And protect her from Rampung. And then yeah, Yad kind of chills out. He's like, yeah, I guess I shouldn't have been doing all that. Sorry. And then
Yep.
he gets closure and moves on.
Mm-hmm.
And so Pran still refuses to help Kem with like the evil ghost, but he does give Kem the jar with his mom in it, so Kem can like talk to his mom now. And they finally have quality time where they're not like hiding in a closet being chased
So
by a scary ghost.
it's a very sweet moment because he cooked a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like offering stuff for her, and so can eat and whatever, and they just bond and cuddle up together. It's very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she tells him, she was like, hey, remember when you were here last time when you were a kid? Piran was the one to carry you and like the dog away, like when you were little. Like he was the one that did that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then she finally moves on.
Yep.
She's like, you're in good hands now. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then Piran is starting to like soften to the idea of helping Kem. And Kem wants to stay even after like their school goes back. He's like, it's over the break for me right now. Like, how about I just like stay and help out
Mm-hmm.
around the house here?
We're getting somewhere.
Mhm.
Um. So in episode 5, we learn that the evil ghost's name is Rampung, where we finally learn her name. Um,
Mhm.
and we learn that because like Paran goes to her realm that she has now, which is funny because she's like, yeah, I didn't realize I could do this. That God showed me I could do this, so
uh.
thanks. Um, and it's funny because she like tries to like touch him like Paran or something, and she can't do anything to him. And he's like, this is fucking stupid, cause whatever. And so he's just annoyed, and he's like, you should really quit, but whatever. And then he walks away, and he gets stuck in some sort of like weird quicksand shit. Um,
Mhm.
and his two spirit servants help get him out though, so
Mhm.
that's fine. But like when he comes out, like and he's back in his body or whatever, he like immediately throws up blood, and he's freaked out. So he like doesn't even give himself time to like recover before he's like running out the door to go like find Kem, make sure Kem's okay. So
Mhm.
I see you.
Mhm.
And we learn at that point that Rampoon was able to pull Pran into her realm because he left his body to go do something to protect the villagers. So she kind of got him like on his way, like as he astral projects, whatever.
Mhm.
So now he can't do that anymore. He can't do the astral projection thing because she's just gonna catch him.
Yeah.
So it's a big damper for him because I think he does that quite a bit. Because like when he saved them on the bus when they were in the 4 minute tunnel, he was astral projecting then too. He wasn't like actually there.
Mhm.
Like this seems like a very common thing for him to do. It also
Yeah,
seems
and
like
very useful.
yeah, I was just about to say same thing. I'm like that sounds like the coolest thing he can do out of all of it. To be perfectly honest,
Yeah.
like that sounds fun. Um, in the meantime, Jet and Cam are cleaning Pran's house like crazy because their plan is to make themselves useful for him so that he lets them stay.
Mhm.
And we have a very classic Kem falling off the ladder and getting caught by Pran moment, which ends with Pran going, "Your legs work. You can stand now."
Yep. Very romantic.
It was for like 10 seconds and then it wasn't.
Yeah, and then he had to ruin it.
Yeah. But Jet is like watching this from the side and he's 100% shipping them now.
He's our biggest shipper. It's so funny.
He is. He's so here for it.
Mhm.
Pran does let them stay though, so you know, because he's like, do whatever you want, like whatever, just don't cause me problems, basically.
Yeah.
Um, so all the classmates are going back to school. It's where we see the three that are supposed to be monks are now dressed as monks, so that they have entered monkhood. I'm assuming they're gonna go join like I don't know what the terminology is for that, but like the temple, closer to home for them. Uh, But Sharn has also decided to stay and become one of Paran's disciples,
Mhm.
um, which has a very interesting moment then because Paran doesn't let Kem be a disciple though because there's like a whole lot of like lists of things and of what has to what you have to do and be to be like a disciple and Paran's like Kem can't be a disciple because he has an impure motive of wanting to live, right? Like his whole reason for being there is he wants Paran to help him survive.
Yeah.
So like yeah, technically impure motive, but also like I too would want to live. So but yeah.
Yeah.
Chem's not excluded.
Guess. Yeah, I guess you just can't be a shaman disciple then.
Yeah. But Sharn is like, well my motive is I want to protect Chem, so I guess that's pure enough. Sure.
Okay.
Great. Thanks, Sharn. Love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then part of the like disciple onboarding, I don't know how else to call is Sharn has to go into the woods to go find like a red scroll or whatever. And Pran sends Jet to go in with him. Um, and they come out, look at a mess. They get chased by like a boar at one point.
It takes him like all day.
Yeah, like by the like it's dark outside and Kem and Pran are both just standing like on the edge of the forest, just arms crossed, waiting. And Kem's stressed, and Pran just looks annoyed as fuck. But they
Mhm.
finally come back. Sharon hands over the red thing, whatever it says, and based on that, tells Pran what kind of talisman to give Sharon. So he gives him one of those, and Jet's like, "Hey, where's mine?" And Pran's like, "I already gave you something, like the last time you did this, basically. Like, what do you want now?" And Jet's like, "Actually, can I have the ability to see ghosts back? Like, because it's Pran blocked it, right?" And It's where we learn in another flashback that Pran's like sight to see like ghosts was blocked 5 years previous. Um, I think I said name wrong. Jet's sight was blocked by Pran, and that was at the request of Jet's dad, because Jet didn't have any real friends. All his friends were Pran's two little spirit guides. Um, so he's kind of a loner or whatever. And Jet's like, "Yeah, I got two friends right here now though. Like we're good. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not an issue. Dad'll be fine about it." Right? And so Jet gets his sight back. So now of all of them, only Sharn can't see the ghosts. Great.
Yeah. And then it's kind of funny because they do show it from Sharn's POV where he's like just hugging the air.
Mhm.
Which is funny because
Yeah.
I also was wondering because he was like hugging the twins. And I was like, oh, I wonder what he looks like
Yeah, he looks
to people who
ridiculous.
can't see. Yeah. And they answered that, so that was funny.
Yeah. They the show does a good job of stuff like that where you're like, what? So after that, Kem and Jet and Charn are like in their bedroom and they're talking, and Kem fills the other two in on the whole what Kamika Yod past lives thing and what the fuck just happened with all that. Um and Jet calls Kem out and he's like, "Hey, do you have feelings for Peron?" And I bet they're more than just lingering from past life. And Kem's like, "Actually, yeah, you're right. I think it's more than just this past life thing." And Jet's like, "Yeah, actually, Pran has some feelings for you too." And he knows that because the spirits are a bunch of fucking little gossips.
Mm-hmm.
And they fill Jet in on like everything about how Pran acts when like only the spirits are around or he thinks nobody's around, how he's always like watching Kem and, checking on him and like, whatever. And then Sharn, for whatever fucking reason, is like, "Actually, though, you should quit while you're ahead. Like, don't pursue these feelings. Like, you're gonna make Pran uncomfortable, and you shouldn't do that."
Yeah,
It's just
Sharn's
like,
very skeptical.
yeah, he's like, "We should not make him uncomfortable. How about that?" It's like, uh, okay.
And Jet's the
Um,
complete opposite. He's like, please date this man.
yeah, no, do that. And Sharn can say whatever the fuck he wants. Um, because earlier in the day, Kem, while he was waiting for the other two to come back, he was making like these flower arrangement things, and he had like a lot of injuries on his hands, and his hands were just covered in band-aids. So Pran literally breaks into their room because the door is locked, so he has to like use his magic to unlock it and sneak in while they're all asleep so he can change the band-aids on Kem's fingers.
It's
Man's
not
down bad.
necessary.
So he has some like sort of salve or something on the band-aids he puts on there though, because by the next morning his fingers are completely healed. Um,
Mm.
and both Jet and Sharn are like, "Hey," because he's taking the band-aids off at this point, and they're like, "Hey, didn't you have band-aids on yesterday?" He's like, "Yeah, some sort of magic salve helped heal it, plain dumb, but with like the biggest shit-eating grin on his face." Um, but then while they're sitting there talking, some lady drives up. Lady, I mean, she's around the same age as Pran. Um, and she shows up at Pran's house, and based on how Jet is talking, she may or may not be Pran's girlfriend. So we don't know. So now we have a rival, a love rival.
Mm-hmm.
But her brother is also there too. I forget what his name is. It's like Pong or something like that.
I think
Um
so.
yeah. Kem is immediately jealous of this woman.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to talk to Pran because they are like longtime friends. It's really funny because everyone else calls him like master this entire time. I'm just not gonna call him master in this. I'm sorry, that sounds weird to me. Um, but so everybody's calling him this, but she calls him Pran, right? So there's already
Mm-hmm.
like a level of closeness there that she doesn't have to call him master, whatever. So whatever.
Yeah. And this is like the first time in the show where we hear his name
Yeah.
that I can remember. And I was like, oh, I kind of forgot he had a name. And also, I kept thinking his name was Jira because Khemjira, but Kem's name, they just call him Kem. So I was like, oh, that's Kem, that's Jira.
Mhm.
But no, it's
Yeah.
Pran.
So well, Pran and this girl I forget what her name is too. God, I'm so bad at this. Um,
Yeah, I don't remember hers.
her name is, if I would have the right thing up, it's oh Prim, Prim.
Prem.
Yeah, so it's Prim. They're doing that. So the other three, they go over to Grandma C's place and they're talking whatever. And Jet is just straight up like, I ship Pran and Chem. And Grandma C is like, oh, really? And so they talk about it, right? She's like, and Kim's like, I don't know if he feels the same, whatever. I'm gonna just leave it be. And she's like, I have a way to meddle in this, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So she gives Kim a spell that would make Fran think about him all day and night if he has actual feelings for Kem. But they
Mm-hmm.
half-ass it and get caught again because Kem can do nothing without getting caught.
No, he's
And by
not sneaky.
no, and by half I don't know what the plan was anyway. I don't understand it because so the spell required baby powder. Sharn doesn't find that and brings cooling powder instead. I guess that's interchangeable. Um, which is why I'm like they half-assed it. And I think Kem's plan was to blow the powder onto the door and then say the
Yeah.
spell, or say the spell while and then blow it because he says the spell, but then Paran opens the door right as he blows it and like literally just gets covered in cooling powder.
Yeah.
And he is so pissed,
Oh my god, I would die of embarrassment
right?
if I was Kem.
Jet and Charn gone, like
Yeah, that was
like
so they
Looney
dip.
Tunes style gone.
I love them so much.
Yeah, they're like, this is no longer my problem.
Mm-mm. All right. Well, episode 6, a little flashback to year 2010, when Pran's mother was sick, and they like have a little bonding moment. Um, she is she's dead now, but yeah. Um, and then his mother like says something about like, are you sure you want to follow in these footsteps to be a shaman? Like you can't have like a lover if you're a shaman. Like it's, you know.
Okay, so her saying you can't have a lover as a shaman is what caused me to text my friend because
Oh,
I'm so confused. I still don't understand it, right?
I don't
Because
think. Yeah, go ahead.
his mom straight up says you can't have a lover as a shaman, right? But his grandfather is also a shaman who has a family,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like clearly that's wrong. But then there's a point later where like way later, like last episode, towards the end of the last episode, where Fran's like, "Hey, this is totally spoilers, but whatever." But like, "Hey, that thing I couldn't do when I was a shaman, I can do now." Right? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"What are we doing?"
I feel like she didn't mean it as in like you are not allowed to have a lover as a shaman. I think more in the sense of like it's going to be so much harder to like meet someone and maintain a relationship like with the job that you have. Like you if you go down like a more if you go down the
Yeah.
path of like being a mailman or a doctor or something, like it might be more conducive to like
Yeah, okay.
having a lover in the future. That might because like later on in the show they do say like I think Grandma C says like, "Oh, he's a shaman, not a monk. Like he can have a
Yeah.
lover."
Because I
So
know
I wonder
monks
if she
can't.
means it like kind of that way.
Maybe. I have no idea. Because that threw me off, though, where she was just like straight up like, you can't have a lover. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense with how this show plays out. Um,
Yeah, I think she's probably like, "Oh, look at your grandpa and like how his relationships ended out, like because the family kind of has a strained relationship with the grandpa."
hmm
So yeah, maybe something like that. But yeah, the time jump and like she's dead now. Sad.
Hmm.
Everyone has a dead mother.
It's the Disney curse.
It is. And Piran was supposed to marry a girl to like pay off some debt for his dad.
The girl
But
ended up being
like
Prim, by the way.
yeah, yeah, for Prem, uh, and the grandfather was like trying to stop it. but somehow is it, I guess everything's the grandfather's fault. He
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I didn't entirely follow exactly how it was his fault, but it was like I think he dabbled in some black magic that caused
Mhm.
some problems, and that's like why the mom got sick. And that's also where some of the
Mhm.
debt came from. So I think that's where it came from, and that's part of why, like, all of Pran's magic is white magic now, and
Mhm.
it's part that was why the grandfather told. Um, I keep wanting to just say Kang. The amount of times that when I was writing notes, I just kept writing Kang and having to go back. Um,
Yeah.
but the grandfather promised Pran not to meddle in other people's karmic energies because that would have been like black magic in that way. Um,
Mhm.
and his magic is white and it should stay that way because black magic is problematic. So, but yeah, they don't really go into
Mhm.
a whole lot of detail on exactly what happened. Just grandfather did something fucking stupid and that caused all this shit.
Yeah. And that's also how we know Prim.
Yep.
So we're back in the present, and after Kem just blew the fucking cooling powder on him, and Pran very like sternly has a chat with him, and he's like, "Listen, like we are not in love with each other. Like it's not going to happen between us. So stop talking or stop trying, and
Hmm.
also like." Don't try to like force me to do something against my will.
Hmm.
Like the idea of like a love potion or spell or whatever is just like kind of messes with my agency,
Hmm.
like which is fair. So he's very pissed about this. Like he's very calm, but it's like when your mom's disappointed at you, and
Yeah.
and also like a little angry. Like it just like I was like, oof, this is a tough conversation to be in.
Yeah. Kem is so awkward about it too. So he like goes gets like a bowl of water and whatever to clean Pran off. He's like, "Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?" And Pran just sitting there pissed off, and he's like, "You do it. I'm just gonna sit
Mm,
here and be grump."
yeah. I feel bad for Cam a lot too, because you can tell he's kind of like embarrassed about these feelings, but like he can't help it.
Yeah, there's a few different times, but this is one of the times I think where their age difference also starts to make sense, right? Because Kem's just a 20-year-old, like doing dumb
Mhm.
shit, and Fran's like, which is why I think he's mean and like he's not even mean. He's just stern, right? And so he's not
Mhm.
like blowing up on him. It's just very stern of like you need to process that this is not real feelings.
Yeah. Yep. Happy I'm not in that conversation.
Yes, the secondhand anxiety was enough.
Yeah. So Grandma C now she takes Kem to the city with her because he's trying to avoid Peren at all costs. And so she's like, "Hey, come with me. I have to do this like vital force calling." Um, Peren's like, "Please take him. Like, we
Yes.
don't want to see each other at all."
Mhm.
And they go visit a new mom, and her vital force has left her body, so she's kind of just like in bed, depressed.
Comatose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then in the meantime, Peren's teaching his two disciples about how to do like meditation. Um, and Sharn's doing the meditation, and because he's like absolutely goated at shamanism, it immediately takes him back to the 1940s, where we we've met them before, but we see a little bit more about Jin and Da, who are Kemika's friends, and they're also beautiful, and they are secretly together. We have some lesbians, and this is so fucking funny because literally the first time I ever saw them, I was like, I texted Alex. I was like, "That's Sharon and Jet, right? Like the two lesbian friends. Like that's definitely them."
You text that and I knew you weren't to this part yet, and I was like, damn, clocked it. I didn't clock it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, beautiful girls. Give me
I was like,
more.
well, one of them has glasses. Sharon has glasses. Yeah, checks out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they were together in a past life, and um Jin is Jet and Da is Sharn. So now he knows about that.
Yeah. It's a hell of a thing. Your first like true meditation, and you find out your past life, and the guy
Yeah.
sitting next to you is your past like lover.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a lot at once, but the four of them are so freaking cute.
Mm-hmm.
So to go back to what Kem's up to, the learn more about like the new mom. Her baby daddy like freaking sucks, of course,
Again.
and again, and it turns out that like he basically abandons her because he has a pregnant wife. So yeah, so
Yeah.
he and the mother is just like she's just feels like I can't. How am I gonna take care of this child alone? Like he said he would help me, but he is with his new wife, and she doesn't know she's pregnant yet. But
No, she
so
knows she's pregnant.
oh,
She's
does she?
showing. Yeah, yeah, she's showing.
Well, she doesn't know until she goes there.
Oh,
Cause
yeah. The new mom doesn't. No, no, no. I see.
yeah,
Okay.
cause
This.
she was kind of the side chick. Yeah,
I think the wife was originally the side chick, and somehow weaseled her way into becoming wife when they were all just like dating, and
yeah,
then the new mom that had her vital force missing, um, became the side chick somehow. Like
yeah,
it's explained. I just don't remember it,
yeah.
but it
Me
was something
too.
like that.
Yeah, it was something messy, and the mom ends up like okay, so they basically restore her vital force. Okay, she seems to be doing a little bit better. But then they like go downstairs and the mom just like goes missing. And Kem is like, "Oh no, I think Rampung's involved because I did see her in the room like with the mom and the baby earlier."
Hmm.
So they end up like the mom she runs to like the baby daddy's house
Hmm.
and everyone's like trying to find her and stuff and she's having like a confrontation with him, which is when like she's just like yelling at him like I she basically she needs like a clean break from this guy or he needs to be involved and help. She's like I can't do this thing where you're not going to help me but also I can't move on and that kind of thing. So they're yelling and uh Piran like shows up and like they all show up and they're witnessing this and this is when she finds out that like cuz like the wife comes to the door and she's like 8 months pregnant. Um some Irish twins. And yeah, and so in that is like extremely upsetting to her cuz I think at some point she was like, "Oh, he's going to come back to me." But then she realizes like
Not now.
nope, I'm never gonna I'm always gonna be the loser in this situation. Like his pregnant wife, like he's not going to help out his mistress. And so they all think again that similar as like with the lady with the abusive husband that they think she's being possessed by Rampung.
So
But
so
she's
Cam
not.
does, and
Mhm.
Fran's like no. Fran
Yeah.
clocks it immediately that she's not.
Mm-mm. And so the mom is going through it and she basically like there's a car coming and she like threatens to throw the baby in front of the moving vehicle and this like triggers a flashback for Kem where he like kind of sees some sort of similar event with like a baby and
Yeah,
like
it's very like spotty. Like you don't see a whole lot. It's chaotic, so you can't tell exactly what's going on, but it's similar.
yeah. And then everyone like everyone freezes, like
Hmm.
everyone is standing still and because of this Pren is able to like get the kid and give it to the dad and like
So
yeah the mom like because
the
Rampung yeah
they're all trying to get her to like step out of the road because there's a car coming, right? And that's where she's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put it in front of the car or whatever, and it stops like right before it hits her, and that's where everybody like froze because they're like, what? And then they're like, she's having like a, a mental breakdown, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She needs some help. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take the kid from her, and at this point they've taken it out of her hands, but like they're all safe at this point. And they're like, Dad's gonna get the kid for now. Mom's gonna go get some help.
Yeah. She
So
definitely
which I
needs
think is
the
the right
help.
call here, right? I
Yeah,
maybe
but again, they were so mean to her
they
about
were,
it.
they were,
They were
but
like, they were basically like, you're not ready to have a kid. You're not responsible enough. And it's
yeah,
like, guys, she has like postpartum depression. Like,
hmm, yeah,
it's not that she wants this to happen.
yeah, and it's. I'll say for this one was Pran specifically being an asshole, um,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is partially just his character, right? Like I don't think it's because she's a woman. He was pissed off one that Kem bothered him because it wasn't anything to do with him. Because he was pissed off the entire time. Even after when he walks away, like he snaps at Kem. But
Mm-hmm.
also, yeah, like have some empathy for this woman, please.
Yeah, it's a scary situation and
Yeah.
it's bad, but like
Yeah,
he's
post
just like you can't you shouldn't be allowed to see your kid until they're grown up and you're more responsible. And it's like the problem is not that she's irresponsible. The problem is that she is having a mental breakdown
mhm.
and
Like
needs
she needs help for sure.
help. Yeah.
Um
I
I don't
don't
know.
think yelling at her is going to do anything to help.
No, and I'm also not sure handing the kid over to the dad was the right move. Like, mom doesn't need to have the kid right now, but like maybe grandmother gets the kid because dad hasn't wanted
Yeah.
anything to do with this kid to begin with. So,
Yeah, but I guess hey, make him
yeah, make him do
like
something.
do
Maybe
some
I
have
guess
some responsibility.
maybe something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah. Tough situation, but we do find out at least that the reason that everything like froze is because Rampung was there. She wasn't there to possess people and kill babies, but she actually was there to save the baby.
mm-hmm.
Um so she like froze the car and all that kind of stuff.
So Kim doesn't know this. Grandma sees
No.
knows it, which is where she's like, hmm.
Yeah,
Just
and
kind of like,
grandma says something too. We're like, oh, so you do remember what it's like to be a mother.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's grandma. It's kind of the first time sign you see that Rampung isn't the worst thing in the world, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that there's nuance to it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's something here. Don't know what it is, but there's something here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, back to Sharn. Now it's his turn to sleep and uh
Mm-hmm.
do that while everyone else is saving babies and stuff. Um he dreams that about like his past life as Da and Jin again, and he ends up like in his sleep like holding Jet's hand, and he's like sleep talking and he's like saying Jin's name in his sleep, um who wakes up Jet, who like comforts him back, and Jet doesn't know anything about this, but you know they just like each other
Yeah.
as is.
Jet's so
They're
funny
starting
about it
to.
because he's like, "Who's Jin?" You know, like he's talking out loud to himself, and then after he's been like caressing Sharn's face and whatever, he's like, "What am I doing?" Just
Yeah.
straight up, it's so funny. He's like, "What am I even?"
It's just too like instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam and Piran are like back to being all awkward again. And Prim, the like not girlfriend, and her dad, they come and they visit Piran. And like she wants Piran to perform a ritual for her students' play. Um and you know, she's like clearly interested in him,
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, she's making an effort. And along with him comes Pong, who's the brother, and he too is there because he wants to flirt with Kem. And I think he's really sweet, and I really like him and Kem
I like
together.
Pong.
Like,
Pong's cute.
especially at this point in the show where Piran is just so mean to Kem.
Hmm.
Like, he just constantly thinks like Kem is just like pathetically in love with him and like won't and so he keeps assuming like because like Kem will just be like, doing things, and Piran just assumes he's like doing it for him, and then Kem's just like, oh no, like sorry, I was trying to go past you and give this to Jet or whatever, like, and then Piran feels kind of stupid, but it is like kind of annoying that Piran's just like, yeah, this guy's like pathetically in love with me, like he needs to stop, and then it's just like not the truth at all.
Yeah.
So it is nice to see someone pursue Kem and
Be
be
nice.
nice to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we're gonna leave it there for this week.
Yeah.
um, we'll finish up the show next week. Uh, I think I like the second half of the show better than the first half anyway. So,
I think so too.
yeah.
Yeah. The first half they're kind of just like doing stuff. And then the second half it gets a little bit more focused and we learn more about my favorite character, who's Rampung. So
Yeah, I love her. She's great. But
hmm
Fran also stops being quite an asshole. Um,
yeah, that does help
this is
too.
yeah, this is kind of the end of him being an asshole. Is like right now. After this, he like changes.
Yeah. I like him being like a bitch, but also it's like I like the balance.
Hmm.
He can be kind of a bitch, but then he can be sweet.
Hmm.
But right now he's just like pissing me off, so.
Yeah. So, well, you guys tell us what you think of the show and leave it in the comments. Um, and in the meantime, you can find our merch at blintheair-shop.fourthwall.com. Easier to find that link in our link tree. And our socials are where they always are: Instagram and TikTok at bl.in.the.air. Twitter is bl in the air. Discord link is also in the link tree. You can watch us on Spotify and YouTube and listen wherever you're currently listening. And we'll see you for the second half of Khemjira in a week.
Yay!
Bye.